What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Farris Weekly. Most homeowners typically don't call a plumber until the issue has already happened, and by then, it's typically expensive. Today, I'm talking with a plumber who we work with and trust, discussing the most common issues homeowners see and what homeowners should actually pay attention to. Before we jump in, tell people who you are and what kind of plumbing work you do.
How's it going, guys? I'm Braden with Blessing Plumbing. We do residential, commercial, remodel, and new construction surface work.
What would you say the most common plumbing issue that you typically see homeowners face is?
One of the most common issues that we come across is they'll call us and they say they have water all over their garage floor. Out here we have our water heater and we have the pressure relief valve here, and that's typically where they're seeing their water come from. It's usually due to a failed expansion tank or a couple other common known issues. We can come out and always assess the situation and figure out if it's just a quick, simple fix or if it's a much bigger fix.
What's something that homeowners notice but tend to brush off?
A lot of times what I've seen is homeowners tend to feel that they have a spongy floor or their floors start lifting and they kind of just ignore it, and a lot of times it can be one of those three deadly common occurrences with refrigerators, dishwashers, and laundry machines. A lot of times they're leaking behind and they get underneath the floor and they don't actually see the water leaking underneath their fridge, but it comes up underneath the floors and lifts them up, and a lot of times people just think it's an install error, but a lot of times it can be causing a lot of damage on your subfloors and the rest of your house.
Is there anything that homeowners should absolutely never do when it comes to their own plumbing?
You know, what we're always going to recommend is if you see a plumbing issue and you have any kind of hesitation towards it, just call your locally licensed plumber out and just to have them come out and take a look at it. Majority of the time, they're going to give you a free estimate if they're a locally owned, trusted company, and then they'll assess the situation and give you the upfront pricing and everything that they need from that point.
Awesome. And I'm assuming that's because you guys do that?
Yes.
All right, so kind of based off what we were just talking about, there's a lot of local plumbers out there. What would you say separates Blessing Plumbing Services and you from everybody else in the industry?
You know, our company's motto is service is our business. We come in, we make sure that the customer is taken care of. The customer is always going to come first. You know, we're trusted. If you need to leave your house and leave us to do our work, don't worry. We lock the door behind us. We shut the garage door, and we make sure that everything's left how it was when we showed up.
All right, Braden, if you could leave homeowners with one piece of plumbing advice, what would it be?
You know, we're coming into the springtime. Nights are real cold, but the daytime is above freezing. So a lot of people are getting out, working on their yards and gardens, getting them prepped for the year. One piece of advice is always just remember to take those hoses off your hose bibs. If you don't, they will freeze overnight and they can cause thousands of dollars of damages in your home.
Thank you, Braden, for coming out and meeting with us today. As always, we only recommend people we trust and would use ourselves. If you guys ever have a plumbing issue, we will make sure to leave Blessing Plumbing Service and Braden's information somewhere in this video. As always, feel free to reach out with any questions, and we will see you next week.